welcome to another Wet News Wednesday. I'm Catlin. Let's get into the news, shall we? Happy Tax Day, America. Did you get your billions back? Neither did I. What the fuck is going on? Where are they keeping it? Give it to me now. Speaking of our tax dollars hard at work, protests continued this week in the wake of nationwide police brutality, leading to policy change? No, just arrests. With politicians getting their panties in a bunch for the 2016 presidential bid, I'd like to take you now to Wet News Wednesday special correspondent Allison Klemp with Getting Wet with Politics.
Hi, I'm Allison Klemp, and welcome to this week's installment of Getting Wet with Politics. In this week's political news, Hillary Clinton announced her campaign for presidency, as it was reported by Duh magazine. Like, we get it, Hillary. You want to be president. You want to be our feminist overlord. Okay, we'll bow down to you, whatever you want. Of course, also in the presidential race is Ted Cruz of Texas and Marco Rubio of Florida, both of Cuban descent. Now, Hillary is no stranger to dealing with Cubans interfering with her bid for the White House, okay? Last time there was a Cuban in the Oval Office, it was in Monica Lewinsky's vagina.
Ew, snap. More emerging news out of Hillary's burgeoning campaign is her vehement support for marriage equality. Probably because that smart cookie understands that you can't legally deny any tax-paying citizen the right to a legal contract. Do you hear me? Get similar note, with the Supreme Court set to take a vote on just that issue later this month, as there are still several states that have a same-sex marriage ban. Celebrity, actor, and activist Jesse Tyler Ferguson and his husband have created a campaign to send the Supreme Court justices their wedding invitations. That's right. You, anybody you know, they want to get married to a man when they're a man, a woman when they're a woman, whoever you want. You can go onto their website, build your wedding invitation, and it'll go right to the Supreme Court. I don't know if there's glitter, but I'd really like to be a flower girl. Please. It's been a heavy kind of week in Boston, kids, and by heavy I do of course mean guilty, after the Boston Marathon bomber Tsarnaev was found guilty on all 30 counts of murder. It was recently announced that former Patriots star Aaron Hernandez was also found guilty in the murder of Odin Lloyd. That's right. Further proof that not every attorney has that same Johnny Cochran marriage you need to get somebody out of a sticky situation. 2 TSA agents have been fired this week after an elaborate plan was uncovered. What is this elaborate plan, you ask? To group the junk of attractive male passengers. Just the dudes? Really? Flying's not really what it used to be. You think that I don't want a little sugar before I board a plane? Just rude. Just ridiculous. You know, the standard in flying has really just plummeted. Do you know that? Of course you do. You work for the TSA. What am I talking about? More people got fired this week. This time in Florida. What were they fired for, you ask? The use of the words climate change. That's right. Does it perhaps seem preposterous to you that this is still a fucking issue? Florida, come on! If it wasn't for Disneyland and frickin' Hogwarts, we might just cut you off the map. That's right. This is ridiculous. And you know who else thinks it's ridiculous? Everyone's favorite astrophysicist, Neil deGrasse Tyson, weighed in saying that you can't cherry pick science. That's like blaming gravity for the fact that you gained 10 pounds last week. You can't do it. We have no one to blame but ourselves. On a similar stroke of genius and likewise impacting the environment, Governor Ducey of Arizona signed a bill this week that puts a ban on any legislation that would, in fact, ban plastic bags. Don't you just love a small government? We all know that Princess Putin loves it when the ladies dance around him, probably naked in a field of heather and dipped in lighter fluid. But anyway, several dozen women have undoubtedly been taken captive by the Russian government after their dance recital video went viral this week. Dressed as bees and dancing the twerk, as it were, the ladies were not dancing around their leader. They were in fact dancing around a figure of Winnie the Pooh who was just looking for some honey. Russians are weird. Have you been wondering if Hillary smoked an ironic and celebratory Cuban this week? Well, she probably could have, as relations with Cuba are at an all-time tropical delight. They've officially been taken off the nations we think are terrorist list. Kids, all I can say now is dust off your passports. You'll be wearing your Havianas in Havana before the summer is out. Finally, Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel welcomed their firstborn son, Silas, this week. And all I'd like to say is if the photos of his first playdate with Franny Fallon aren't posted online, I may have to resort to some rather drastic measures. I mean, congratulations! Thanks everyone again for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and follow me on all the stuff. I've got all the so-schmeeds, I think. I'll double check, but I've got most of them, so you know. And always remember, if you can't make good decisions, make safe ones. See you next week.